Welcome to my projectbazaar.com. Now let's see the title of our project. Range-based Skyline queries in mobile environments. This is the title of our project. Now let's see the abstract of our project. Our proposal is to implement an effective framework for the location-based search, which includes the spatial data as well as the non-spatial data. In existing location-based search, only the spatial data search will be carried out. Spatial data, in sense, it just include the geolocation search engine, but whereas which will not be effective. So our proposal is to consider both the spatial as well as the non-spatial data for the location-based search process. In existing system, user can only able to search the nearest hotel from his which will not be an effective search. So in order to overcome those things, here our proposal is to consider the non-spatial data. In our proposal, user can able to provide some non-spatial data for performing the location based search. In our proposal, user can able to define the factor by which location based survey should be carried out. For example, suppose if a user need to search the cheapest hotel nearby his location, he can able to do our proposal. By doing this, we can able to increase the efficiency of user search. We can able to sustain the user privacy. For that, the longitude and latitude will be taken into consideration for sustaining the privacy of the users. Suppose if the user moving his position, we can able to perform the location based search from his position. In order to carry out the location based search, which include the spatial as well as the non-spatial data, we will be carried out by using the two efficient algorithm, namely iSky and nSky. And iSky process will be carried out by index based, whereas in nSky process will be carried out by the non-index based. For example, the iSky algorithm will be applicable if the iSky algorithm is applicable only if the resultant information is predictable or the defined one, whereas the nSky algorithm is applicable the resultant information cannot be measured. In such case, the nSky algorithm will be applicable. So by implementing the iSky and nSky algorithm, we can able to reduce the computation cost moving frequently. Now let's see the data flow diagram of our project. Here user need to define coordinates such as latitude and longitude in order to preserve location. After the user providing this latitude and longitude information, then the region analysis will be carried out. After acquiring the user latitude and longitude information, then the regions, here there is a user only the region in which the user presence will be determined by this process. This region analysis process, the region in which the user lies will be predicted. After completion of the region analysis, it will be carried out by the non-spatial data. Here the user need to provide a non-spatial data constraint by which the information need to, for example, if the user need to, can we define process? So non-spatial data will acquire non-spatial data constraint from the users in order to proceed with location based search. After acquiring the non-spatial data, it will be carried out by the iSky algorithm. Before that, it will be analyzed whether the non-spatial data lies in the Skyline. In case if both the data lies in the Skyline scope, and then it will be carried out by iSky algorithm. This is the home screen of our project. Now let's proceed with this. As I said, in existing, user can only able to search by the location based service. User can able to perform the location based search only by the spatial data. Here user couldn't able to provide some non-spatial constraint for which he need to be searched. Let's see. Here the user can only able to see the hotel which is present in his nearby location. He couldn't able to search the location, perform the location based search based on the non-spatial data constraint. Let's see our proposal. As I said, in our proposal, user can able to provide some non-spatial data for the searching of location based search. Now let's proceed with this. Here user need to provide his latitude and longitude data, that is the geolocation coordinates, in order to maintain his privacy. Here I am just giving the latitude and longitude. Here user can able to provide some non-spatial constraints, such as whether he need to be searched by the cheapest or whether he need to be searched by the costlier. I am just giving a non-spatial. Here I am giving the non-spatial constraint as cheapest. Let's proceed with this. After we confirm this, the overall information will be built up for the further process. After the completion of analysis, we can proceed with this. Here we can able to analyze whether the user given coordinates lies in the Skyline scope or not. Suppose if the latitude and longitude provided by the user is not lies in the Skyline scope, it is possible to carry out the location based search. So since this latitude and longitude value lies in the Skyline scope, it shows that those coordinates, those geolocation coordinates lies in the Skyline scope. So we are just getting the range available. Let's proceed with this. These are the various hotels with the constraints which are available to the user nearer location. Let's proceed with this. After acquiring those values, we can able to determine in which country those geolocation coordinates lies. It shows that it lies in country India and region New Delhi. Let's analyze. Here we can able to filter some few data which is available very most nearer to the user location. We can proceed with this. After that, we need to cluster. We need to group the overall hotels which are available nearer to the user location in the DOM queue. DOM queue is a queue which contains the overall information regarding a hotel for which the user need to be searched. That is, those hotels which are available nearer to the user location will be added in the DOM queue. After acquiring those information in the DOM queue, we can proceed with the index tree. We can able to sort out those records by means of the service cost. That is, for the user content, the index tree is constructed based on the service cost. That is, the topmost record will be the information of the hotel which have the most least service cost. Then we have to analyze whether the user given information will lies in the in-sky model or here we can able to analyze whether user given constraint is lies in the iSky model or else the nSky model. Let's analyze. After the analyzation, it shows that nSky is preferred. As I said, if the number of information that is needed by the user is infinite, then it will be carried out by the nSky process. Suppose if the information acquired by the user is well defined or the constant or the information acquired by the user is predictable, then it will be carried out by iSky process. Since we are having the unpredictable or infinite records, we are proceeding with this nSky model. In nSky, again the overall information, that is the hotels that are available nearer to the geolocation provided by the user will be constructed in DOM queue. It contains the overall information. After that, we need to perform the index tree operation. In index tree operation, the information that is acquired, the information that is present in the DOM queue will be carried out as per will be carried out by the block based weighted technique. From that, after performing the process of block based weighted technique, user can able to acquire the information as he needs. Since after the generation of the index tree, we can able to analyze by means of the block based weighting technique. After the analyzation, we can able to finalize the queue by which the user needs we can able to acquire the information as per the user needs. These are the most these are the top 5 hotels which suits the user needs. That is, based on the user's partial data as well as the non-partial data, we can able to we determine the top 5 hotels which is nearer to the user geolocation as well as this user non-partial data constraint. Then we need to go for a survey. Here in this graph, we can able to generate the efficiency of the older technique as well as our proposed technique. Our proposed technique will include the block based weighting technique. Since we using those things, we can able to retrieve those information in the most efficient way. Thank you.